in Starcraft 1, and basically it's going to make this army very effective. If you didn't know, Marauders have 125 life versus the 45 that a Marine has. And I think in StarCraft 1, Marines had like 40, and obviously there were no Marauders, so kind of a cool thing. Not to mention, these medevacs now fly, which means that they don't get caught up on units, and they can't get attacked by things like a Colossus. So you don't lose your medics randomly. And now you can see LzGamer preparing to move out. Oh, looks like this is going to be scouted by Response. Is Response going to move in time? No, he's going to lose him if he doesn't pay attention. No, he moves him out just in time. Looks like he's going to get away with it. Is he going to lift up this SCV to kill it? Yes, he is, but rocks have been destroyed over here. Going to see Command Center go up, I'm sure. Response, in the meantime, setting up a 4th base at the top left. Let's go back to the I'm in the income tab. Yeah, Response starting to pull ahead here in terms of resources. We just saw some charge, and look how fast that Zealot is. That's awesome. I don't know if that's a bug, if once you kill a unit, if he stays charged for a bit. It looks like we'll see it again later, so not a big deal. Anyway, in the meantime, it looks like LzGamer pushing out into the middle. He's got a couple of ghosts out here. He's probably going to use them mostly for EMP. First big battle over here. Medevac's backing off. Oh, Medevac's going to take the first hits. And looks like all the units that LzGamer have stimmed. Haven't seen any EMPs go off. Oh, Storm! There are High Templars out. We haven't even seen many High Templars in my replays, if any, and you can see how much damage they just did against the unit composition of LzGamer. However, these Medevacs and Marauders really ripping things up. Zealot's charging in, going to be able to take out, let me get rid of that tab, going to be able to take out a lot of the units, but LzGamer with these Medevacs coming out ahead. Yeah, definitely going to be able to take out this expansion of Response, and that's important for 2 reasons. Archon over here, by the way. Let's take a look at the Archon. Haven't seen him up close personal yet. Nexus goes down. LzGamer in a great position at this point, taking out the 4th base of Response. Response really not behind all that much. Income still way ahead of LzGamer, but lost everything that was dedicated over there. And now looks like that Archon going to try to do some damage, but taking heavy hits. This is not a good position for Response to be fighting in. Not sure why he's doing this. Really bad. He didn't have enough units to really go into that battle, but for some reason he decided to try to commit. Maybe he didn't know if it was reinforced. It's hard to see. But he does have DTs out now. And LzGamer looks to not have comps out. And I think, yeah, he's going to take out a lot of Marauders. Marauders now being picked up. Comsat going off, trying to take out those DTs before picking them up and just taking them back. That's the interesting thing about Medevacs is they double as dropships. So really cool implementation of medics and dropships within the same game. Imba? Maybe. But at the same time, it's kind of cool. It's a cool concept. People are saying that, Terran getting overly buffed these days, but I don't know. I'd say that things are still pretty even in terms of the balance. So far that I've seen anyway. Looks like same amount of DTs out on the field. Let's go check out the units lost. Looks pretty even. However, look at this. Now, we talked about this last game a little bit, and we were talking about resources and how much units cost. Now, obviously, protoss units, they just cost more. So when you see even units lost, it's actually much worse for the protoss in most cases, especially when the Terran player is going mass Marine Marauder. It, costs nothing to make these units. So, let's see. Marine, 50 minerals, no gas. Marauder, 100 minerals, 25 gas. And you just pump them out. So, really, it's going to be tough for Response if he keeps losing that many units. I do like the High Templar that we're seeing out here. Psionic Storm, still in the game, pretty cool. And High Templar actually have the Dark Templar ability, or the Dark Archon ability, I should say, of feedback. Kind of cool concept. Not entirely sure if I like it, considering it means that there are no Dark Templar anymore. But, by the way, or Dark Archons, I should say. I'm sorry, I keep confusing some of the terms. Anyway, another big battle going on over here. Some DTs in the fray. Storm going off. A couple of storms. But LzGamer with Stim able to get out of there before too much damage is done. A lot of medevacs able to heal through that pretty easily, to be honest. More storms going off. But again, the radius of storm is a lot smaller than it was in StarCraft 1. EMP going off, taking out the energy of these High Templar. Great use of Ghosts. Looks like the Ghosts getting picked off by DTs. One DT still in the mix, trying to take out these Marauders, but not going to do too much, especially now with these medevacs here, healing everything. Especially when they can just pick things up and take them out. Going to get scanned and taken out anyway. So, looks like LzGamer in a pretty good position here now with a 3rd base up. Not to mention, it's a planetary fortress, along with a missile turret that's going to protect it against DTs and all that fun stuff. Looks like Response, in the meantime, has tried to get up a fifth base. He's got a fourth base up here. That's not going to last, though. LzGamer doing a great job of taking out these buildings, these expansions, before they can really go into effect. And once again, the mothership is out. And it looks like this is post-patch where they changed it to the expensive vortex. That's good to see. I hate to be doing old, out-of-date games because really it's just incorrect information. So take a look at the Army tab. We can see that while LzGamer has spent a lot more, again, if we look at the units lost, I would say Response has definitely taken the brunt of these attacks so far. So LzGamer, once again, in a very good position. Income way behind that of Response, but considering his cheaper unit composition of Marine Marauder, Ghost, Medevac is doing a lot better than the expensive version that we're seeing from Response. Not too big of a deal. Looks like we're going to see a nuke going down. Oh, it's a defensive nuke, but I think the Ghost got taken out before anything could happen. With that mothership cloaked and DTs and High Templar. Vortex going off. Yeah, Response is going to be able to clean this up. No problem whatsoever. Now I'm starting to like this unit composition we're seeing from Response. Unvortex units popping back out. They're not going to be in a great position. Now, really what Response should have done was save some energy for those Templar to use on the Vortex units as soon as they popped out. He didn't do that, so he wasn't able to take them all out, but still able to clean them up, and that mothership doing exactly what it's designed to do, and that is pwn. It's doing a pretty good job at that. So glad to see so far Response able to get himself back into this game. Back at the units lost tab. Looks like Response is certainly caught up a little bit. Mothership taking out the geyser. That's kind of funny. But he's got to be careful because it's not all that strong, and it's an easy target by itself because it's so slow. And Response in a bad position here. Oh, EMP going off. Not going to be able to use those High Templar. Going to have to back off completely. And LzGamer, once again, equalizing the battle. And now Response in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be in trouble if he can't get some storms off here. High Templar running in, going to the front line. They're not using their energy, though. Scan going off. No DTs in the field, though, so not going to be a problem there. And, oh, EMP goes off. Those High Templar are all useless. And that mothership might go down. Oh, it goes down right before it gets over to the ledge. Oh, that's too bad for Response. Now, using warp gates to warp in units with the 3 cannons here. Going to be able to hold this off, no problem. Warps in a High Templar. No energy, though, for Psionic Storm, which costs 75. Charging in Zell. It's going to be able to force this back, this little force of LzGamer. But we see, LzGamer, even though he's losing more units, he's losing a lot less money when he loses these units. So basically what it means is it's a superior unit composition to that of the expensive units that we're seeing from Response. And even though Response is on 5 bases, doesn't mean that he's going to win this game quite yet. LzGamer, with a lot less economy, is doing a lot more per mineral spent. So kind of an interesting way to look at things. And we'll have to see how that plays out. It's one of those things where multiple strategies work in StarCraft too. A couple of starports out at this point. If we check out the Army, that's not really what I wanted to see, but look at, wow, LzGamer spending a lot on his Army to make more units, but he's behind in food count. That's kind of interesting. What is the tab? Oh, production is D, right? All right, new nuke coming down. Looks like a new mothership coming out. Some upgrades going down, and Ravens coming out. That's cool. All right, we haven't seen many Ravens yet in my commentaries, so looking forward to see what LzGamer can do with that. Carriers coming out. Sweet. Haven't seen many carriers either. Wow, I like this. Response with 7 warp gates. Basically, the important... And there's the Dark Shrine, by the way. You need that in order to make Dark Templar. Kind of cool building. Looks like a super pylon. Oh, battle going on in the middle. Storms going off. Almost missed it, but we didn't. Looks like LzGamer going to be able to avoid the storms. EMP's going off. High Templar once again useless. And, oh, man, that's got to be frustrating if you're Response. EMP's so effective in this game, especially because they come with ghosts instead of science vessels, which makes them, 1, easy to use, 2, easy to put into your unit composition without getting picked off, and 3, hard to defend against. So once